Okay, this one's not gonna make me any friends here, but I guess it has to be said. What do y'all think is gonna happen if Bernie Sanders wins? Now, I know there's a lot of pull for Bernie right now, and I think that's great. And as I'm filming this, we're still waiting on the last bit of the Iowa caucuses to come in, and the Chapo guys have just talked about full-on accelerationism if Bernie doesn't win. And, like, just not voting if Bernie doesn't get the nomination. But here's the thing. What do you think is going to happen if Bernie does win? A lot of people, even people who are otherwise really smart about politics, kind of don't really think about that. So let's kind of go through this a little bit, because America doesn't just have a president. There's, a whole bureaucracy about it. So Bernie wins. Bernie gets the necessary electoral college votes, and Trump leaves and says that the election is completely viable. Let's just start there, and I'm not sure how likely that is. But, we're running with you, okay? So here's some other things that need to happen. Not only do the Democrats need to keep the House, the Democrats need to take a supermajority of the House to get anything passed. Next thing that has to happen, Mitch McConnell has to be elected out. This probably isn't going to happen. He has very weak competition in Kentucky. I highly recommend y'all listen to Trillbillies, because they talk about weekly updates with the Kentucky Senate election about every week. So Mitch McConnell has to leave, because here's another thing that really has to happen. Democrats need a supermajority in the Senate. I think that we're going to be lucky if we even hold where we are at the 48. I think that it would be incredibly lucky if we get even a simple majority. So with that, not only do we have to take a supermajority of both houses, we have to get rid of Mitch McConnell. Now, let's talk about the third part of our system, the courts. Here's where things get fucked up. There's been this really strong strategy from the Republicans to stack the courts. They've been doing this for the past 10 years, and a lot of court positions are lifelong. So once you're in forever. And a lot of these conservative judges that have been stacked up are in their mid-40s and 50s. They're Brett Kavanaugh range. And now let's go on down. We need a supermajority of governorships. And that to implement these policies. Otherwise, we're going to be having, Medicare cuts and stuff like that happened whenever Obama left. So, and to back up those, we need majorities in each state's House and Senate. Who out of all of my U.S. viewers, know who their state congressperson is? Who, let alone their district national congressperson, who knows who their state representative is? That's something a lot of people don't vote for. They'll probably just vote straight ticket. And again, we need state Senate also to be taken over. That's a lot of pie in the sky thinking, honestly, because here's the secret. Whatever revolution Bernie wants, it's been built into our fabric that any sort of populist leftist revolution never happens. It's been stacked in laws upon laws upon laws for decades. Because ever since the 1910s, the US government has been preparing itself for a Russian Revolution situation, for a French Revolution situation. So, yeah, Bernie's great. And, yeah, I'm going to vote. Because I am a privileged person who lives about 7 to 10 miles from their polling place, and I have a car. I can drive. But here's the thing. Even if Bernie wins, don't let yourself get de-radicalized. Because if you let yourself get de-radicalized, you're going to fall back into the same neoliberal trap that we've been stuck in for the past 20 years, honestly. So, here's some tips on what happens if he does win. Don't stop the fight. Keep the fight going to your locals. Start unionizing your workplace. Start unionizing for $15 for your individual company for minimum wage. And then all your unions, go to your state. Start telling them for a $15 an hour. And all those unions also start pushing for universal health care. Because stuff like that isn't just going to be pushed through an executive order, and stuff like that isn't going to be pushed through federal government. That's something that's going to be happening state by state. I just think that I get scared by how a lot of people idealize about Bernie, and like I said, he's fine. He is the least of the evils, but he's not a cure-all for capitalism, because America, it doesn't just have a president. It has a whole government, and we have to be focusing on that whole government like the Republicans do, because that's how they've been ruining the country for the past 50 years. Anyway, that's all I have to say for today. I am filming this the same day as my last video, but I recently dyed my hair in a pastel purple, and I think it's adorable. And otherwise, I'll see y'all later. Bye!